finally. I think everything's fine now. Um, can you imagine I was streaming for like 3 hours and I didn't even realize Tavern Talk was not on screen. That'd be so effed. Anyway, start day. I haven't seen him in so long, Inigo. Sup, my fellow Enigma? Sup, I don't find you that difficult to comprehend. That's what they all think. How's it going? Hopping, running? Uh, good. Why? I've had a pretty relaxing morning so far. The tsunami didn't do too much damage to my roof. Oh right, I forgot. Literally last time we opened the cozy tavern. Literally like there was a huge flood, and literally, well, I mean the tavern like withstood everything, but you know. Let's see if yeah, okay. Not to mention, I'm very thankful for the comfort I can provide these difficult times, and for the wonderful customers that keep showing up at my inn. Got a pretty good one today already. Oh, you're welcome. But a tsunami, huh? So that's what that was. Cool. Sucks that I was busy playing around with Magic the Scattering. Made me miss the whole thing. Magic the Scattering. Oh my god. I would have loved to surf those waves. The It's funny because I remember as a kid, my older brothers would play Magic the Gathering. Yeah. That's why it's called Magic the Scattering. For any Magic the Gathering players, but like in chat or in VOD, yeah, that brings back memories. I would have loved to surf those waves. I'm sure you would have had a grand old time. Maybe next flood. You think I should start the next one on purpose? No. Oh, come on. This place has made you lame. I'd like my tavern to keep standing, and the people around it as well. Like I said, lame. You got anything interesting to say? I have an interesting question. Shoot. Have you seen Melly anywhere? She's gone missing. Oh, that pocket-sized detective? Sure did, several times even. Were any of them recently? Would say so. Think the last time was 2 days ago? I was chilling in the moon swamp, had just tested out that witch's spa good old boy recommended. Oh, the bias swamp. Met some lost travelers on the way back and was giving them the conversation of their lives. When that cat rudely interrupted my business pitch. Let them run off without a single handshake, little snitch. What were you selling? Hair, growth, cocktails, inspired by your little things. You drink them, your hair grows. Fast? Ah, well, fast, schmast, past. It'll grow eventually. You just gotta have some patience. I see. So, Melly at the moon swamp. Where exactly did you see her? On the way to the moon pools, duh. Where the paths diverge and nature tries to lead you astray from shimmering reflections in the water. Isn't that near one of the Twilight Chasm portals? Oh yeah, that means she got a fresh opportunity to go surfing. Good for her. What positive outlook on things. Anyways, always good to have one of those. After all that matters in life is fun, right? I don't know about that. Life is full of many beautiful and important things. Not all of them are fun, though. They should be, at least for me. Don't care what you're up to. Speaking of fun, been wondering, do you think I should explore the Twilight Chasm? Do you want to? Sounds exciting, especially since I've never been there before. They say it's just like Avalon, but reversed, with a different color scheme and all that. Do you enjoy Avalon? Sometimes. I haven't been home in ages. Let me tell you, as soon as those portals opened up, I was out of there. Running from pesky consequences. You got it. Been wondering what a nightmare version of Gaia looks like. That's what they call it, right? Avalon's the dream, the Twilight Chasm is the nightmare. Gaia is like waking up. Probably doesn't look too different on the Sealy court, am I right? Couldn't tell you. So you claim, but I know a fellow scam artist when I see one in the mirror. Oh, you think you're funny, don't you? Well, you're hilarious. High five, bud. No, bummer. Anyway, with your obviously non existent, only hypothetical plane traveling experience, do you think I should take a trip down to the horrors of memory and melancholia? I think you should. It sounds very exciting. Who knows what you'll find? Maybe the answers you seek. I'm not seeking any answers. I already know what I want. Then maybe you'll find the right questions. You're so weird. You know that, right? That makes two of us. You got me there. Fascinating advice, innkeeper. If I cared more, I'd probably say it says something about you. I mean, I did say it so. Luckily for you, this is already boring me. Then how about a drink to keep you with me a little longer? We're on the same wavelength today, dude. Yeah, hit me with one of those. Something for those waves in my brain so you can keep my interest a little longer. I'll mix up something real quick. Our first drink of the day. Alrighty, 1 second. Brain. Big Sun is a sweet drink that feels like standing on a... I don't know about that one. I'm trying to see what else I can give him besides this. I could give him Sparkling Nebula, the distilled flavor of the cosmos. The Sparkling Nebula fizzes on your tongue and rewrites your synapses, inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. There we go. This one I won't put any like spices or anything, just because there's only 2 and there's no point. So, wait, I have to add this and this. There you go. Quick-witted and mischievous, just like you. Sick. This is lit. I'll give you that. Thank you. Baya. Welcome back, Baya. Thank you. How was your road trip? It was good. We stopped by my spa and did mud masks. And did you help him find a way back home? Yes. We saw a lot of weird fishies and dreams filled with dread. It was terrifying, but it was fun. We even got to explore the gruesome mangrove. The nice ghost even gave me her sunglasses. They're so cool. What else is up? That's the sky and the sun, but no stars. And some trees? No, trees are in the middle. Not to an ant. Ants. So cute. Do you have any ants? Not on me. And you, innkeeper? Not at the moment. Sorry. Oh. Can I offer you a drink as an apology? Yes. Makes me feel like a little nimble ant. Ant potion. Got it. Alright, I can't wait to unlock, more drinks. I wonder if we can, probably. Swift Strike. Yeah, this is the best one, I would say. My voice. That's what happens when you wake up. I need to add... Yeah, I'll add this and one of these. right? Yep, that's right. Okay, that's fine. And finally, just this one. Here we go. Here, for my favorite pseudo ant. Oh, this is so tasty. I want to look up the trees now. I'm sure they'll seem taller. Can I do anything else for you? Yes, several things. Have you been handing out my coupons? I have. Just recently I gave some to Voy. Have have people been dropping by? They have, and they're really nice. The mud masks are the most popular, and the flowers. Grace said my flower bracelets are her favorite. They must be gorgeous. I'm making new ones just for her. She'll love that. I hope so. Second thing, are you okay? I am, Baya. Thanks for asking. Are you sure? I am. Oh, I brought you more coupons to cheer you up. That's very nice of you. I'll hold on to them for when I need them. You can stop by any time. But what about lotus flowers? I brought you some in case I needed to cheer you up. Oh, for me? Yes. They are special flowers. I've heard they're Ur's favorites, and they bless you with their protection. They also make you feel nimble, like an ant. Thank you very much, Baya. Hee hee. I've been wanting to check in on people. I really enjoyed the food, but I thought about when the Banshee told Mari and me that some people don't like drowning. Correct? I hope I can cheer them up. A little. You're already cheering me up. I am? Yeah, I was bored. Now I'm having fun. Cheering up quest succeeded. Yippee! I also have some questions. Ask me. Have you seen Melly anywhere in your swamp? The small cat Vukakin? She might have been investigating your flowers. No, I didn't see a cat anywhere, but I was also very busy tending to my sniffing willows. They need a lot of love. I see. How's your swamp doing? Good. It's so wet now, and there are so many new interesting critters and plants. What kind of plants? Those with teeth? Some have teeth, some have eyes, and spikes, and haunting spirals of long forgotten mistakes. Sick. I gotta check those ones out. They're nice. They speak just like little horrible birdies. You're one of those people who can talk to plants? Yes. How are they doing? The plants, I mean. Depends on the plant, but they're all very loud at the moment. They love the water. They hate the water. They complain about the onslaught of the undead. They are ambivalent about the water. What was that? Ambivalent. It means they don't care, but they still want to say something about it. No, the undead. Ah, them. The trees from the Pale Woods are very upset. They say that squeaky undead keep chewing on their roots and bark and leaves. And their brains? No, they can't reach those. But there's a lot of them. Maybe soon they'll learn how to climb or fly. Pale Woods. I've never been there before. Is it a good hangout spot? I don't think so. It's so dry. But maybe the undead like dryness. I would think they'd prefer bogs. Everyone should. Agreed. Hey Baya, can you show me those Twilight Chasm plants? Would love to taste test them. Yes, yes, but you have to help me hand out coupons first. Do I have to? Please? Ugh, fine. But only because I'm getting bored again. Hooray! And please keep handling them out to people who need cheering up in Keeper, including yourself. Will do. Have fun, you two. Thank you. Oh, God. You know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm going to make the music a little bit louder. The only reason I say that is because I just forgot that, the music here is much softer. Hiya, Fable, how is it going? All fine and dandy? All fine and tired. Actually, not so fine. How come? Well, the city's a mess, so is the Grove and Thamus and Chagrin. We still don't know exactly what happened or how. There's the undead problem, not too far from us apparently, and Archie is miserable. And no one here has seen Melly in days. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people else just aren't. Lena told me not to worry either, but it's hard. Yes, very. I just want everyone to be safe. I want to fix things, whatever this is. Fable, I know everything is a lot right now. Especially since this is the first wave of adventures that you've ever faced. Pun intended. Unintended. But Una isn't wrong. A little less worrying wouldn't hurt. I'm sure it's not as bad as it feels right now. Sure, it's unpleasant, but worse things have happened. And we've always been fine. Maybe it's just nature, or the dragons are craving change. There's nothing we can do about it. There's always something we can do. You taught me that. Sometimes things sort themselves out too. It's quite pleasant to wait occasionally. I just wish I could do more. I understand. How about a drink? That's something I can do for you. Not right now, I think. Oh! Kumo. Hey. You look stressed. Stressed? Why? What makes you say that? I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's great. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's awesome. If you're saying it like that, something must be terribly wrong. How about a drink? A little help for telling us what's going on? Sure. Everybody's devastated. Everybody's not really on the highs today. Everybody is not 100% happy because of the flooding last time. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. And this one. There we go. I hope this helps with the word vomit. It does a little bit. Thank you. Anytime. So, what happened? Nothing really much at all. I was just taking a stroll, trying to find Melina, checking in on the people Fable asked me to check in on. Thank you for that. Yeah, anytime. So I was, taking a walk around the outskirts of Thamus. A walk is good, right? Right. So good I even came across new people. A lot of them were echoes. Did you talk to them? Of course not. I expect nothing else. That's peculiar though. There aren't a lot of echoes on Gaia. There are now. Apparently the flood brought in a lot of primordial refugees. Not everyone's comfortable being submerged in water after all, and they say Leviathan's plane is a mess right now. Oh, I hope everyone has a place to stay. They're looking for places for sure. Some merchants are even offering them rides around Kazoa and beyond. Like to Borkum, for example, which they advertise as the perfect vacation spot. It is. It's right by the Fizoan Wadden Sea, very popular with travelers and retirees. I believe Una lives there currently, when she's not bothering me in my tavern. Awesome. I bet it's great there. I bet you can relax like nowhere else. You can. There's a wonderful Leviathan museum there too. It's half temple, half exhibition. They have beautiful artistic renditions of the great sea serpent in there. And divine, if mediocre, relics out and about. I've heard about that. Didn't the Eye of Storm go missing decades ago? Did it? Did you take it, Kumo? Be honest. I didn't. I wasn't alive decades ago. Also, I would have stolen more than just one measly relic. Maybe you should stop by and carry out a little burglary to take your mind off things. I don't know if we should encourage and enable Kumo's burglary. They've got wonderful mocktails too. Great, I'm sure my parents would love that. Your parents? Like their ghosts? Was Tuat also flooded? Unlikely. I don't think souls can leave the upper world so easily. You're right, it would be difficult for ghosts to make it out of Tuat and into Mocktail Bar. But being Gaianters is a lot easier to do when you're not actually dead. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you might have to elaborate a little more. It's simple. My parents aren't dead. They're not? I saw them with the merchants near Themis, booking a carriage and an all-inclusive boat journey to Borkum. They were going on about how they had a positive outlook on having to leave the primordial sea. How it was like a free vacation, blessing in disguise. Good for them. But didn't you see them die? No, I just saw a burning village and couldn't find them anywhere. That foolish conclusion was all mine. So they didn't die? They just left. Yes. I'm sorry, Kumo, that's awful. It's a new kind of awful, for sure. How stupid of me to think them dead. Shouldn't have thought that only the claws of Tuat could make them leave me. Oh, you should have. They're your parents. They should never have abandoned you. Well, they did. Indeed. So, what now? I'm not sure. This is... I don't know what to do. Do you want to talk about it? No, not right now. Kumo, maybe... Anyway, have you found Melina yet? Not yet, but Iniku saw her last at the Moon Swamp. What? About 2 days ago. But there's a Twilight Chasm portal there, where the dragon-cursed flood had started. Indeed. Did Baya see her? No, she didn't. That's great. That's awesome. That's even better. You've said awesome an alarming number of times. Because this is all so awesome. I'll keep looking for her. There's not a lot you can do without leaving your tavern, except... Innkeeper, please, I beg you. Put out a quest to find Melly. Right now, I need to figure out what to do about my parents before they disappear again. I don't know how much time I'll have. She needs to be safe, but I can't go myself. We need to find her. Please, help me find her. I don't exactly have enough information yet, but I'll make sure to find out more and make a quest. And I'll put it up immediately. Thank you. I hope someone will find her. We will, I promise you. I believe you. I have to go think. Good luck with Good luck with that. I'll see you soon. Yeah, don't burn down your tavern, I mean. I'll try not to. Someone's worried. Of course he is. Do you really think Melly is okay? I hope so. But I'm a little worried too. She was very close to the portal. And that was very very close to the tidal waves. Yes. And maybe to whoever started them. We don't know if anyone started them. We don't. Are Tia and Clay back? Not yet. I see. Wherever and however she is, whether she was just watching the sky or trying to unravel a mystery, she might need help. So please give me that quest. Pardon? Please give me that quest right now so I can find her. No, it's not done. That's alright. I already know both of the rumors and I know Melly well. I think I have enough information to find her, and I don't think we have time to be oh my god, I can't even say that goddamn word. Pedantic right now. There's a certain way things have to be done. Your way? Yes, I'm sorry, but it's just how things are. Because you made them that way? Fable, listen, if you rush into things, you'll be putting both Melly and yourself in danger. You just say that you were worried too, and you want me to do nothing? Well, weren't you encouraging me to go on more adventures just a week ago? Or are you only okay with me leaving when it's something as small as some snails? I just think something like the flood must have been caused by a massive force. Whether worrisome, purposeful, or neither, it's certainly not harmless. And you don't have a lot of experience with adventures like this. Or with different planes. What if she's in the Twilight Chasm? You need to level up before you stand a chance against true nightmares. Maybe we can get another quest from the farmers. Their fields must have taken a lot of damage. Archie needs cheering up too. Don't patronize me. I simply don't think you're ready for this one. Why are you being like this? You always say I should get out of my comfort zone. You encourage me to change, to grow stronger and braver. And now that I do, it's suddenly wrong? I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying the timing isn't right. And why do you get to decide what my timing is? Why should I leave my comfort zone, but once something is out of yours, it's a mistake? Things aren't that simple. I know. I've lived for over 100 years. I know that things aren't simple. I also know that they don't change by pretending they aren't there, or by pretending they're not missing. Think what you might. The quest hasn't been put up yet, so it cannot be taken. I don't need some sheet of parchment to find her. Just make me a drink. Gosh, think about this. You might damn both of you this way. You're going to look for someone no one has seen in several days after a giant disaster. She could be anywhere, including a realm of nightmares you know nothing about. You've never even encountered bleak stalkers, and they'd be the least of your worries there. There are adventurers here who have faced things worse than this, who will have a much higher chance of bringing her back safely along with themselves. Is this your way of saying you won't make me a drink? Just let it go, let someone else handle it. So they get hurt instead of me? That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. You don't know what's waiting you out there. But you do? Of course not, but I can guess it won't be pretty. You know, I never really realized how much you lied to me all the time. You tell me to be honest, but how can I know you're being honest with me? I'm always honest with you, Fable. I care about you. Let me help you. Maybe you can take a nap in one of my rooms and we'll see how you feel after. Enough! I've made up my mind. And I've made up mine. I'm not giving you the quest. I'm not making you a drink. Okay. I don't need a drink. Don't be ridiculous. Going on an adventure without my help is reckless at best, foolish at worst. I'm not going to sit around and wait while other people suffer, not if I have a chance to help them. I'm not like you. You're right, you're not. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. I know I'm going to find Melina. I don't care what it takes. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me. Not even you. Fable. Oh, God. Maybe I should have been more honest. After all, they've always been honest with me. If I had just explained everything to them. And now they're going to run towards their doom just because I can't. No, I don't want to think about that. Not sure what to do with those rumors now. Guess I'll just hang on to them. Well, I'd better close up for the day. Oh my god. Fable's in her, teenage era right now. Legend has it, the Great Axe of War, an unusual amount of undead. Wait a minute. A wizard from Magocracy has been at his tower. A primordial sea has flooded the Twilight Chasm and has ultimately reached Vizoa. Maybe it washed up something interesting. Legends or clerics say the first flame leviathan ever bestowed upon mankind still burns in a temple in the Highlands. No, the missing wizard of Morlia has always enjoyed some puzzles, traps, and other means of trickery. Undead don't seem to think often. They act like pack animals, always following some sort of leader. I wonder if they hold elections. I'm trying to see if there's... The trees of the Pale Woods are complaining about undead, chewing on their roots, branches, leaves, and anything they can get their teeth on. There we go. The vegan dead. The vegan dead. Vegan. What the fuck? The vegan dead. The Pale Woods and its surrounding areas have been plagued by undead lately. First undead snails scavenging crops, then humanoid cadavers gnawing away at the forest itself. The local plants can't catch a break. No one knows why they suddenly hunger for the local flora. Some brave adventurers, preferably experienced with the exanimate, should look into this. I honestly hope Fable doesn't do anything reckless. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. I think that's 16. Yeah, that's 16, The Pen and the Sword, 20th of the Astral Moon. Archie. Excuse me, hold on. Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to my tavern. Hello, innkeeper. Thank you dearly for your hospitality the other day. Not being alone after all that happened. It really helped. I'm glad to hear that. How are you doing? These past few days have been quite eventful. I'm alright. I think. I'm just trying to keep myself busy so I don't have time to think about the things that happened. Understandable. Losing a loved one is always tough, and healing takes a lot longer than you'd expect. I fear you might be right. Are you perhaps speaking from experience? I've been doing this job long enough to witness countless adventurers passing through my tavern. Some of them return, some of them don't. But they always leave someone behind. Mourning. I see. Does it get any easier? Yeah. Sorry. One sec. Let me lower this a little bit more. Okay. I think that was, like, loud. Okay. Honestly, no. Never. And if it did, I'd be worried. Death shouldn't be easy, be it friend or foe. I suppose you're right. Distraction is always a good approach, though. I think I know what you mean. I've been writing a lot the last 2 days. I want to hold on to every memory I've made along the way, and especially to Theo's last moments. I thought going on an adventure would be like the books I read as a kid, but it's not even remotely similar. Reality is always harsher than the stories portray. I'm sorry, Archie. It's alright, thank you for your sympathy, but I'll manage. Actually, I've been thinking about switching careers. Oh? I think I might be better off at home, just dreaming of these adventures, and writing them down, with happy endings and all. I'd like to note that the others mentioned how much they loved listening to your stories. And so did Theo. Maybe I should take Ria's advice and really continue my life the way Theo would have wanted for me. It's the safer route for sure, and if it's what you want, then why shouldn't you? On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little? Sure, why not? Any specific wishes? Surprise me with something that'll keep me focused on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts. Nothing easier than that. Ah, poor Archie. But honestly though, I feel like he is making the right decision. Like, there's nothing wrong with Archie being an adventurer, but I feel like he is better suited to use his talents with writing. He is very good at storytelling, and I think he would be a great writer. And he's better off not wasting away his life adventuring, because as Theo said, he's better off writing and he makes good stories. So yeah, this one. I'm going to add this one. Right? I have to add this one though. Oops, did I put more? Yep, I did. I think it's only one, and then the rest is this one. There we go. A drink for the upcoming best-selling author. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning, impatiently waiting to be written down. Don't mention it. I'm always happy to help. Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective? As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run a tavern, Have you seen her recently? Sadly, not in a while, no. I last saw her at least a week ago, if not 2. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I heard she barely survived an arson attack down in Zoford and even solved the case of the missing familiars. Makes me wonder why everything has to be so violent all the time. Yes, she solved the case alongside her trusty assistant. Ah, how inspiring. I'd love to tell her tales someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in the southwest of Azoa. Oh, which one might that be? It's a wizard tower, a magical place full of puzzles, mysteries, and magic. I've heard tales of it harboring hundreds of books containing lost and forbidden knowledge. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place like that. Could she have gone to the magic tower? Definitely a story I'd read. Promise to send me a copy, please. Oh, but of course, I'll deliver it to you myself. Even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminded me of my own childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I was never allowed to wander off by myself. But she seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world, while I relied on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. The life of a detective can certainly be a lonely one. I mean, I also had Theo to keep me company, but it doesn't matter anymore, does it? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, well, Melly has been missing since the Twilight Flood. No! Tell me you're joking. Sadly not, I'm sorry. No, that can't be. I really hope nothing happened to her. She's so young, so small. What if she also Now, there's no need to panic just yet. Easy for you to say, isn't it? Your friend didn't die in your arms. You didn't have to witness his life fade from his eyes. Oh god. Don't jump to conclusions, Archie. There are no clues indicating what happened to Melina. We shouldn't expect the worst. She might be small, but she's tough, trust me. You're right. Sorry. Let's hope for the best. I couldn't bear writing another tragedy. Oh no. Kumo. Jesus Christ. Kumo is losing it. Kumo, it's great to see you. I've solved it. Solved what? My parents' problem, I've solved it. And how did you do that? It's simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them and to kill them. Sorry, did you say kill them? Yes. Why do you want to kill your parents? Isn't it obvious? Can't say it is. Their death is what set me on the bleak path that is my life. It led me towards my destiny, my purpose, which would be stealing, revenge, edginess, darkness. Of course. Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose. Right? So I must take destiny back in my own hands. Why not talk this through instead? Talking doesn't solve anything. Might make you feel a little better and less murderous. No. I must embrace who I am, and for that, they must die. So please, a quest. Have it done. Quickly. Yeah, as you wish. Thank you. I shall leave you to it. Before you go, how about a drink for the road? Maybe one that'll have you talk about something other than killing your parents. Yes, I shouldn't allow them a warning, so I must be deceitful about my feelings. I'll see what I can do for you. Oh my goodness. Everybody just having a bad day today, aren't we? Yeah, spoken heart. Try to see. This one's probably the best, I think. And then the rest is this one. Maybe this will help your heart a little. It feels nice, really warm, like a hug. Do you need a hug, Kumo? I need to go. Stay safe out there. Sure. And, Kumo? Yes? Have you talked to Fable? Yesterday, yes, they left to find Melly. I see. Good luck with your parents. I don't need luck, I need vengeance. Does he... Does he need help? Do you want to help them kill their parents? Pardon me? No, of course not. I meant psychological help. They don't look like they're doing too well, if I might say. He's always quite broody and mysterious. But their parents being alive really threw them off track. You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really. And now they want to kill them just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with. This is the possibility for a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell me you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them. I am, but a mere innkeeper to this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes. I would have expected you to have a little more backbone, or moral standards, so to speak. Especially after everything that's happened and the advice you gave me. What about the people Kumo's actions would leave behind grieving and mourning? Those were your words, right? I tried to stop him, but I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them, and that's exactly why there's still hope. Wait, I don't think I understand. Kumo won't take on the quest himself, so there'll be someone else that can talk to his parents. That sounds like a really questionable plan, if I might say so. It'll work out, I'm sure of it. Most likely, it won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way with words. As a nobleman like you would, for example. Oh, well, I'm still certain this isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation actually escalates into violence? I don't know if I could handle that very well. No pressure, I just wanted to make an offer. Do you want a different quest then? Weren't you listening? I don't think I want to be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts. I never want to have to kill anyone. Being a murderer is not how I envisioned my life to be. Of course not. But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is still so full of grief. This might only be a tale, but there's this place of infinite knowledge. Oh? Are you by any chance talking about the subterranean caves on the plain of Ur? I've read so many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. Though I really doubt a guy immortal like me could have even walked there. But I've heard you can get there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that's true? That there's a portal to Ur somewhere in the Twilight Chasm? I mean... maybe. This world is full of wonders, after all. And since the Twilight Realm arose from Ur's dreams, I'd say it isn't completely unlikely. Just thinking about caves makes my heart beat faster and my fingertips itch. Maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some keywords, or I might lose my ideas. You know, I don't think you need Ur to lead you. Your heart already knows what it wants to do. Huh? Do you really think so? Yes. Quite obvious, actually. How about you go write down those keywords now? This might already be an upcoming bestseller. Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, innkeeper. Until next time, Archie. Okay. Good evening, Carolyn. Evening. Has boredom already caught up with you again? It's always on my trail. Guessing this quest isn't still free? Not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet? I've had enough of losing to them. I want a rematch. There's no rematch for what happened. I know, but I won't let anyone else lose more people to them. I thought you'd be looking for Melly instead. Can't say I'm not worried about the little gal, but Fable is already on it. I trust him. And I trust Melly too, to come back, I mean. She promised me we'd see each other again soon. I'm learning to believe in people's words. You should too. I do, but trust is a scary thing. Everything's scary if fables to be believed. Might as well pick up the fun horrors to commit to. Like the undead? Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin, but those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning right now. At least they're even slower than the regular undead. Very calming, thanks. Wanna take Archie along again? He might be the calming presence you're seeking. Under no circumstances, no. What if you get bored? He has very good stories to tell. Shut up. How will we talk about what drink you want then? Well, dearie me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Carolyn, you both look radiant today. What are we radiating? I shan't say as it would be too rude. How polite of you. How are you doing, Scully? Just wonderful. Yesterday I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Alphonse and Lady Frostgrip. Alphonse and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to the young blacksmith prodigy. This world truly is an exciting and beautiful one. And by tomorrow the vampires will have forgotten all about it. But that merely means they'll get to remember again. How marvelous. The endless pursuit of learning is a wonderful wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'll allow me, I'd like to learn how are you doing on this fine day of ours, Dame Carolyn. You do look a little spent, and I would hate to be intruding on your space. Just exhausted by all these people and their constant talking. You're good, though. Ain't your fault. Ah, I understand. The social aspects of life can be exhausting as they come with so many rules and obstacles one must traverse. But throughout this overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interactions, we can find many magnificent treasures. And all of them make these efforts worthwhile. Like quests. I was thinking about friends, but quests too. Are you heading out on one? Yeah. What's its cause? An unusual amount of undead creatures are haunting Vizoa lately, especially near the Pale Woods. Carolyn is going to check on that. An undead gathering in the Pale Woods? But why so? Is there a convention, perhaps? No, it sounds more like the violent type of crowd. Unfortunate. It does seem that this sentiment is common among my compatriots. Sense and sensibilities are often lost when you're ripped from the afterlife without your soul attached to your body. Hey, you don't have a soul? You've got a lot of personality for that to be true. That is very kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a mere fragment of my former self. Maybe you'll find your way back to yourself one day. Wouldn't that be nice? My soul shall be securely locked behind Tuat's walls, but perhaps there are more memories of it stored in these old bones somewhere. I wonder what my favorite song used to be, my favorite food, or favorite book. The best way to find out is to keep seeking out new experiences, to find what calls to that old, absent heart of yours. Listening to all the songs of the world does sound like a joy I wouldn't want to miss out on. Thank you for the inspiration. Dame Carolyn, would you mind me tagging along on your quest? It sounds like a haven of fascinating research, and I've not been able to indulge in that pastime for a long time. Sure. Come along. Skeletons should be a great help in wiping out a bunch of undead. Wiping out? By no means should that be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciences. Don't be ridiculous, they'll rip us apart. We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense in case they need some initial convincing. I can offer you some frost armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there, and you'll have a little more of a buffer if your words don't take hold. Excellent idea. Or we just fight them, smash their bones together until they stop moving. No offense, Scully. None taken, though I believe the clever approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened undead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage. Dexterity then, and defense. You're right on track with that one. May I suggest adding some of a Morganite lotus flower to this combination? Much like citron, it will bless your weapon strikes and lend you some of the power of the great dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks. Indeed we are. The power of the dragons is a difficult one to harness. I'm impressed by your capabilities, Innkeeper. I think your delight should be aimed towards the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in itself, as is choosing our approach to this. We should leave this up to her, correct? Yeah, you figure it out, Innkeep. Some additional defense is a given, but what should we focus on? Charisma or dexterity? And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours. I would never. Scully and Carolyn, that is that is definitely gonna be a group. I need to drink water lots this stream because it's a lot of talking, so. I think we should do order. We'll do the charisma with the defense and the frost armor. So I'm gonna do this one, Frosted Lagoon, with some defense. I need to add the... Was it this one or was it this one? Alright. Some of these. And finally, some of these. It's not exactly. It has to be a recipe that fits. God damn it. What was it that... How did I do this? Silent Owl. Steel Tonic. Peak Sunrise. First Snow. I'm trying to see. So maybe it's one of these. So maybe Spoken Heart with this. Maybe. This one? Nice. I would like to think that not all of these souls or bodies are fully lost. If you can save one of them, it'll be worth it. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for your faith in us, Innkeeper. Ugh, I guess I'll give him a chance, but if they start gnawing on your bones, I won't hold back. I'm counting on it. Come on, let us make some new friends. Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. Have fun. Oh gosh. We're making a new quest. Alright. Capitals wrapped in roots, protected by divine according to the myths of ancient time, the reserves of the Aether Tree. I'm trying to see. A plane that can be entered through the portals of our world, Gaia. Maybe this one. Legend has it. Our rogue parents were washed ashore by the twilight flood. Once believed dead, the liars were last seen in Porto. this primordial sea has flooded the Twilight Chasm and has ultimately reached Pazoa. Maybe it washed up something interesting. Great sword, a wizard from the Mayas, the legend, a stranger has come to town, a capital of nerds. The wondrous place of Ur can be... I could be wrong. Nope. Oh, this one, and this one. The Parent Trap. The Twilight Flood brought more to Fizoa than just the waters of the primordial sea. In particular, two long-lost heir echoes who had faked their own death and abandoned their only child. Now their kid is out of revenge and longs to have them killed. As the fate of tragic backstories wills it, these renegade parents were last seen in Borgum, near the Wadden Sea. Any bounty hunter should probably start there. Are we really gonna kill his parents? I don't know. Allegedly, the wizard tower is full of loot, magical junk, and banned scrolls, a hoard any wizard could be proud of if he was still here. A wizard from the magic arts has been in this tower. Missing wizard of Molly has always enjoyed puzzles. Alright. Mission magically impossible. The wizard of Morlia has abandoned his tower on, well, Morlia, a small island near Niverduff in Dalwell. As is custom for wizards to tower, it is said to be full of alluring treasures, gold, magic items, forbidden knowledge, and spells. Anything your looting heart desires. But be warned, the wizard is known to have loved puzzles, mischief, and contraptions, so don't forget to check for traps. Okay. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. That is 17th in Pursuit of Entropy. 21st of the Astral Moon. You know, your quests are getting weirder by the day. I mean, no one's forcing you to take that one. Unless you have one of the basilisk swarms waiting in the back, I think I'm good with this one. No basilisks, I'm afraid. Eager to kill some parental figures? You know it. Speaking of family, you haven't brought your sister by in a while. How is she? I don't know. We no longer speak. Oh, I didn't know that. You two were unbeatable when it came to bar fights. Yeah, I love her, but she's become a little too much like our parents, so I need to love her from afar. Or I wouldn't be loving myself very much. I'm sorry to hear that. Cutting her off must have hurt a lot. Must still hurt a lot. I've come to terms with it, came out stronger in the end. That's all I could do. Maybe, but the wounds stay, don't they? People wound you, that's what they do. They can also heal you. That's a false sense of security. Eventually it all falls away. Not everyone is doomed to become your enemy, including yourself. And I think you're doomed to say the weirdest things possible whenever you get the chance. It's a blessing, not a curse. If you want to see it that way. This rogue guy, got any siblings? None that we know of. Their parents kind of faked their deaths, abandoned him when he was very young. They haven't exactly been writing postcards. I guess no one would handle that very well. What do you think about the whole killing them measure? Adds up to me. It does? Yeah, not like they ever faced any real consequences for being shitty. Always falls on the kids, doesn't it? And do you think being murdered is an appropriate consequence? It's not about what I think. I'm just taking the job. Right. But I was thinking, think less. Or rather, think about what you're gonna mix for me instead. So you're not even hesitating? I'm a bounty hunter innkeeper. Of monsters, I assumed. Not all monsters look unlike us. I thought you don't do charity. I don't. I expect a hefty payment by the end of this. That thief must have some jewels stored away somewhere, right? I see. So, drinks. Drinks, of course. Murder, how would you like to approach it? With a lot of force. Don't know how strong they are, but I need to be stronger. Maybe some defense in the mix would be good too, if their attack patterns turn out to be more complex than you thought. It seems like you do listen to me sometimes. Your stories of fighting mirages and three-headed antelopes are far too compelling to forget. I'd hope so. You still got any of those frozen pine cones lying around? The ones you gave me for the mountain mimic? If those deadbeats pick up some primordial magic, I could use some elemental protection. Clever as always, Jade. Obviously. Plus, that frost armor is pretty cool. Luckily for you and your coolness factor. No. You and your health, I got a big shipment of them last month. Cool. I'll take some of those then. They're not contending with another approach. No, unless... I guess there's another way. Is there? Listen, some things are unfixable. I saw both of my legs off before I'd ever talk to my folks again. But this wound is fresh. It could be possible to delay the inevitable. I could convince them to leave, scare them off, banish them somewhere where they can't hurt him. That way he can find them later, if he ever changes his mind. Maybe this rift isn't completely irreparable after all. It sounds like you're asking for some charisma. And some speed. Should hurry up before he does anything drastic himself. Yep, some dexterity might help too. You never know how they could react. Might have to dodge some blows. Might have to. You got any of that inspiration garbage lying around? I'm not so good with words when it comes to situations like this, and I might have to inspire them to be a little less awful. I could offer you either thunder sage or honey flowers, whatever flavor you prefer. You choose about it all. Charisma, dexterity, inspiration, it's a less violent route, but it's not what he asked for. So I won't complain about his strength and defense mix either, as long as you throw in the frost armor on. I think my decision about this would be tinted by my own experiences. So please, a little help? Always, Jade. Thank you for asking. And make sure to leave Onyx some leftovers. She's thirsty. Okay, let's see now. I really don't think killing his parents is a good thing. I think maybe out of anger, he's just acting on impulse. I think the best solution is not to kill his parents. That way, later on, like, when he's calmed down and he wants to, he can look for them and talk to them and find out why they did what they did. Oh my god. The amount of talking on the stream is, like, drying my mouth. I have to drink water, like, every time, every word. Okay. Spoken Heart, maybe? Let me see. Ugh. Spoken Heart. Actually, yeah. Peaks Sunrise. This one works, I think. No, actually. I need something. I need... I'm trying to find... Okay. This one... think maybe we should choose this one and... Yeah, but there's no... Like, this is the closest drink, though, that we have. 1,000 Winds, maybe? Because we don't have any drink that is for... We have charisma drink, but we don't have anything that would combine it with Swift. So that's the thing that I'm trying to... Honestly, the best choice would be literally Spoken Heart, and then literally, like, that would be the best option with this. I don't know. I still don't think so, but we'll see. Hold on. Let me think about this. I really don't want them to give the option to kill the parents. So I'm trying to get the charisma one. So I would say this one. Honestly, 1,000 Winds. And then much better. There we go. Maybe this cause isn't as lost as we think it is. If they can't be reasoned with, I can always trick them and kill them that way, yes. But I guess I'll try talking first. Let's hope this is the right choice. Don't you trust me? You wish. Don't forget to fill me in on your success. If I have any charisma left in me, you'll be sure to hear all about it. Until then, don't tell him what I'm doing. I shall keep this secret between us. You do love those typical fae, I guess. We're fae? I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe we had, like, hints, and we just never really, like, thought about it. But I didn't realize we were fae. I mean, it explains a few things. Don't take too many names while I'm gone. I wouldn't dream of it. There we go. I don't know what the heck that was. I literally forgot for like that. Literally, I did not show the game for quite a bit, so I apologize for that. I didn't realize it was like that for a while. You guys are probably trying to figure out what was going on in the back. Okay, if I remember correctly, let me just do something real quick before anything else. May this inspire boundless creativity. Just what I needed. If only I had a boundless supply of this drink while writing at my desk. Unfortunately, my establishment doesn't do deliveries. What a shame. But before you go on, I actually have something else for you. Ah, and here I thought I'd have to needle you for it again. What a pleasant surprise. My favorite kind. Here, a completely proofread manuscript, I hope. I certainly hope it's completed. Since my retrieval and your proofreading have been such a long time in the making, yes? Right. Long in the making. You should probably wash that red ink off your hands before it stains your mugs. Oh, right. I was editing my recipes all night. Crazy story, actually, for another time, that is. I see. I will say, it's good to have these papers back in my hands. May I inquire as to why you asked for them back now? I've decided to finally publish the book. What I have written around about, it's very dear to my heart. And I'm happy to finally get to share my writing with the world. Minthy, the author. It has a nice ring to it. It'll be Mackenzie Catron Pitchin, actually. A very nice pen name. It was time I finally chose one, and something universal at that. Procrastination is a curse all of its own. Sure is. So, about the pearl. Or pearls? Protection pearls. Like I said, it wasn't too eventful. I had tea with the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon, and she traded me the pearls for objects of her desire. Mostly I promised her a signed copy of the book. Good for her. You know, I've been meaning to ask, if I may, what do you need the pearls for exactly? I know you're often looking for them, but I was never quite sure why. Well, I'm sure you remember the curse I was bestowed with? Yes, the cursed parasitic rings that amplify your magic to a painful degree. Exactly those. They cause quite a lot of issues for me in my body. Sometimes it feels like the magic is eating away at me, slowly feasting on my organs and nerves. It's tearing me apart from the inside out as it gradually takes my health and life. The protection pearls help me keep the mana in check. They bring it down to manageable levels. It helps the pain a lot. So you're saying you turned the pearls into a drink. Wonderful to see that it's still your first solution to everything. Yes, on occasion. Mostly I grind them into ink for my tattoos. They're very versatile little beauties. I'm happy you could find some then. Now that I think about it, care to share? I'm sure they'd be great for my drinks. Not so fast. For most people, they just amplify mana to ridiculous and dangerous degrees. And I don't want to be held responsible for the chaos your patrons could cause. However, maybe I can offer you something less extreme, but still energizing. Here. Cursed coffee. Is this your infamous coffee recipe? After all these years, you finally trust me with it. It's time. I think you can finally make it without poisoning someone. I'll do my best. Thank you, Mithy. Perhaps it will also help you keep your promises in time. Anyhow, I think we're due to take our leave. Need to make some ink? Something like that. Plus, I promised Casket and Kane we'd check if any primordial tennis balls got washed up by the flood. I think I might have seen those in the bushes. I'll have them take a look out on our way out. If all else fails, we'll just have to summon us up some. Nothing easier than that. With enough charisma, you can wish for anything, I suppose. It was lovely seeing you again, Innkeeper. Likewise, best of luck on your journey, and don't forget to send me a copy of that book. If you promise not to forget about its existence this time, I'll do my very best. I know you will, friend. I know you will. My mouth is so dry. My mouth is so dry from talking so much. Oh my gosh. You know, I literally drank 2 bottles of water since starting the stream. Oh my god. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. I think this is 19. I have to remember my Roman numerals. I haven't done Roman numerals in years, but Act 3, The Twilight Flood, 19, Remnants, 27th of the Astral Moon. Oh, my eyes. Okay. Hey, Kumo. Hey, Jade. Jade, welcome back. Was your quest successful? When have I ever failed? Well, you do look surprisingly unbloodied. Also, hello, Kumo. Kumo? Who's Kumo? That guy. New name, I'm guessing? No names here. Never had a name. Don't even know what names are. Oh, jeez. Am I just supposed to go along with that? You're supposed to make me a drink. Then we can talk. Fair enough. What can I get you? I've still got plans after this, but Onyx is pretty tired. So give me something that'll get her to keep up with my speed if I let her have a sip. Anything for Onyx. Alright. Speed. We need swift. Swifter. There we go. We need one for this. And one entire of this. Here you go for one Swift Strike for Onyx. A drink for Onyx and you, but mostly Onyx. Not too bad, concerning to see you know me so well. Being a regular does have its perks. So, names? Let's start with the story first. You love those, right? You know it. I'll spare you the details of my journey to Borkham. Though I didn't miss the chance to make some extra money along the way, everyone thought I was the right woman for their jobs. They helped me with the quest too. Squeezed a good description of the renegade parents out of some red dune merchant who was in a deep dispute with a blue-crowned elephant. I'd love to hear that story, actually. Not my problem. Asking a couple of pointed questions got me to the inn the deadbeats were staying at. Problem with people is can't exactly kill them in broad daylight. With monsters, you'd be thanked for doing so. But with people, you've got to be patient. So I did what anyone would have done in my situation. I posed as a tour guide. And they believed you? Sure did. And Nico was right. Your drinks are great for pulling scams. Happy to hear that. I offered them a tour of the nearby Wadden Sea and led them to an area I knew was shunned by actual tour guides cause the unpredictable tides. Gave them a spiel about how a battle of the Order of Starlight took place here, yada yada yada. Pretty soon, their eyes were glued to some starfish playing in the mud. It was the perfect opportunity to get it over with quickly. Obviously, I wasn't going to kill them just then. They needed a chance to run, but I had to scare them first. I raised my spear right above my head and was about to go for a warning strike when I heard this zingling sound. I deflected the knife that was flung my way at the last second and it shattered against the ground. All three of us turned and saw this cloaked echo reaching for another knife. He had his hood pulled up, knives and daggers strapped all over his body. Even the air seemed to go darker around him. Looked like a real shadow bane. I trained under them. Impressive. Those deadbeats thought I was protecting them from him. Should have seen the look on their faces when I said I was there to kill them. I turned back, wanting to refocus on my warning strike, when I was interrupted by a simple stop. It was said in this deep, raspy, incredibly fake voice that sounded like some sort of proper degenerate. Likely the two bums thought we were fighting about who would get to kill them. Their approach to such a situation was to immediately try and bribe us. I told them to shut it. They asked me what I wanted, then if it was in money or words. So I turned to our little Shadowbane and asked what he wanted. But he just stood there, quietly. Can't blame him, they're a little scarier than your parents. So you helped him with the decision? Not exactly. I walked over to him and handed him my spear. She said, "This is your choice. Make it." It felt like she was passing some of her courage onto me. He stepped forward, my spear in his hand, and took off his hood. He was... I'll spare you the details. They recognized him, of course. Had the audacity to act surprised. Surprised is one way to put it. When they talked, they sounded so like they thought I had died. You could have. They left you. I wanted to say something. Anything. Yell, tell them to get lost, scream at them for what they'd done to me, but all that came out was, why did you leave? Their silence went on for so long. Would have been longer if those tides hadn't come rushing in. You did kind of walk into that one. Kind of. Luckily, I was quick, got all of us up on some muddy rock that the waves couldn't reach. How long were you up there for? A couple of hours. Left us a lot of time to talk. Good. Did you? Yes, a lot. For example, did you know the primordial flood was caused by the pyre erupting? The pyre? You mean the biggest volcano in all of Asteria, nestled right in Leviathan's domain? Yeah, apparently it erupted and then collapsed, covered all of the primordial sea in ash and set off a tsunami. It should not be doing that. No. Do you think powerful magic was afoot? Probably not. What use is a giant tsunami to anyone? Maybe they wanted to be wet? Probably not. Are tsunamis and their causes all you and your parents talked about? No. Mostly we talked about the leaving thing. They they said not a day went by where they didn't regret what they'd done. I asked why they didn't come back then. They didn't have an answer for that. Mom said she was proud of my knife throwing skills though. I never thought they'd apologize. They owned up to all of it, as awful as it was. I hadn't planned for that. They wanted to make up for everything and be a part of my life. They also said it was up to me and what I wanted. What do you want? A family. Is that stupid? No, it's not. So you forgave them? No, not yet. I have to see if they actually meant what they said first. I can't trust them right now. We don't really know each other anymore. Who knows if we'll get along. But they did say that they want to get to know me, and I think I might like that too. They're just so different. It feels like I'm angry at people that don't exist anymore. You're still allowed to be angry. Even if they changed, they hurt you. Neither forgiveness nor forgetting is required. It just feels unfair. Like I'm harboring resentment for ghosts. But I'll try to be honest with them. I owe that to myself. Plus, Jade threatened to decapitate them if they ever hurt me again. Aw, they'd stand no chance. None. Could I have a drink now too? Sure, let's trade. Right. A secret? No, a name. I assume Jay didn't know you as Kumo because your parents didn't call you that? Correct. What did they call you then? I'm not... I'll trade you my name. Just give the guy a drink. Your first name? Those are quite precious to Maida, right? Very. See? See it as a secret to trade for. I'm listening. Alicia. A beautiful name. I don't respond to flattery. But thank you. It's definitely better than mine. Yours fits you. It does not. If you say so. So not Alicia, what would you like in exchange? Maybe something that'll stop me from choking on my words? In case I have to do more of this emotional thing. I've definitely got something for that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright. You know what? I'm glad we didn't decide to kill Kumo's parents. I think at the end of the day, like, before you resort to violence, just talk it out, you know? You really don't know why people did what they did. Sometimes they had a good reason, sometimes they didn't. But it's better to find out for yourself before you never find out ever again, you know? So, let me just find the right drink. Sunny Breeze. Spoken Heart. Yep. Always Spoken Heart. I'll do this. And this. Okay. Here you are, some fluid emotional vulnerability. It tastes a lot better than it sounds. Feels a lot better, too. Maybe. I still need to call you something else, though, if Kumo is out. It is. What have you got for me, then? I'm running out of I'm running out of James. I'm running out of names. Jade, can I... Nope. My name. fine. How about, um, Dave? Aw, is that his real name? You know what? Sure, I'll go with that. I'm proud of you, Dave, for everything you've gone through and for choosing what's right for you. Thank you. Do you need a hug? May have already gotten one from Jade. Aw. Speaking of me, I've got to go. Want to check in with Grace and her goons. See you around, Airboy. See you around, Alicia. Aw, that's so cute. What about you? Care to linger a little longer? I need some time to think all this over. Maybe even feel it, too. Is Fable back yet? I think Cheesecake would make for a great distraction right about now. No, I thought maybe you ran into them on the way back. I didn't. So Melly isn't back yet either? No, I'm afraid not. Cool. Great. I guess I'll talk to Carolyn. Your parents? Maybe. Do you think they still love me? I don't know. I hope they do. I hope they'll love you well. But I don't know. I do know that other people love you, and that if your parents fail to live up to what you deserve, you won't be loved any less. I'd like to believe that. Sometimes I just think if even my own parents could leave me, anyone can. Oh God. Don't start crying now. Don't measure your worth by the actions of the people that hurt you. Nothing good can come of that. Oh God. Oh Jesus. I am very thankful to have met you. Anyway, I'm also part of the night, or whatever, so I must go. Farewell. See you soon. Oh, gosh. Okay. Act 3, The Twilight Flood. 20. Chaos Protocol. 30th of the Astral Moon. Melly! What the fuck, Melly been? We're Innkeeper. Surprise! Nice to see you're back. Is Fable with you? No. Should they be? They were looking for you. Well, they aren't a very good detective, then. I am happy to see you're well, Millie. Everyone was very worried about you. Why? I'm great at taking care of myself. You are? But where have you been all this time? Investigating things, obviously, like Flood. Like the Flood, my investigation led me to Morlia. Or more like, they did. Nico, Voy, and Hex, I followed them to Morlia. They were talking about mysteries and puzzles, and I'm trying to solve a mystery, so I couldn't let the opportunity pass me by. You're lucky. People usually pay a lot of money to spend time with me. Why? But because I'm famous. But I didn't go there because of you. I was following clues. Okay. I didn't follow them all the way into the tower. After my last encounter with a wizard, I'd had enough. Where's Hex anyway? You know, doing wizard things. Studying? Yeah, it's giving depression, to be honest. He immediately wanted to check on the spells we found. Though he seems pretty disheartened. How come? Not sure. I guess he didn't find what he was looking for. Maybe because the world's greatest treasure was already traveling with him. What would that be? Never mind. Oh boy. He told us to keep an eye out for any time magic razzle dazzle. But we found nothing. At least you managed to get inside and return safely. Yeah. The way that the way there oh my god. The way there was easy peasy. We got there thanks to Nico pulling off a shape-shifting trick and pretending to be a merchant. Stole some guy's code and face and used his reputation to secure us a boat ride to Morlia. Said I wanted to meet with a real estate agent from the Magocracy to buy the island. I told him to pick us up in a week or so, by then we'd be far gone. What happened once you reached the island? A burning tower happened. What? It was an accident, and it was fine. It was like fireworks. He must have stored some magnesiums in the attic. Smart of you to give Hex some fire resistance. Else that son of a gun would have gone up in flames. Let's start at the beginning. Fireballs taste better with a dramatic setup. You're right. I should have eaten the fireball. That's not inspiring as use. Boyo, thanks. Before you continue, I'm kind of thirsty. Could I have a drink? Something that'll taste like smartness and wisdom. Gotcha. Smartness and wisdom. She's so cute. I'm glad she's okay, though. Everybody was worried for her. I'm glad she's good. Alrighty. I guess Sparkling Nebula then. Okay, this is great. You're really good at picking up clues. Okay, so picture this. We got to Morlia, an island so small it's basically the tower's wild backyard. As I walked between the crystalline roses, I expected to see secret passageways hiding behind every corner. I almost brought you back a rose. Why didn't you? I thought you wouldn't like it. I would have. Oh, okay, that's moving on. The tower itself reached so high, I thought it might be reaching out to kiss the moon itself. It was really tilted, at about a 5-degree angle. I measured it with my paws. The bricks were still wet. I'm sure the tsunami shook its foundation. Would think the waves would have done us a favor and knocked down the door. Nope. That locked door was the first challenge. Iniko's lockpicks broke. Seemed like a skill issue. Broke? Skill issue, bro. The door ate my lockpicks. Ah, a door mimic. A classic first step to securing your establishment. You talk like you've seen one before. Have you ever tried to open my door when the inn's closed? No. If you do, don't use any lockpicks and take care of your fingertips. So, how did you get inside? Brute force. Together we were able to pull the door up enough to break it off its hinges. Together? You didn't really do much of anything, man. Just told us, you can do it, guys, while hiding behind a bush. It worked, didn't it? Anyways, they crashed through and landed on their faces. Swoosh, an axe flew past our heads, cursed traps. I walked in after them and immediately slipped on the wet floor. But no show is ever lost due to a faux pas. It merely makes you more sympathetic to the audience. Except for the lock. I believe I lost its sympathy completely. Could have played it a song instead. Maybe next time, boy. Oh. After Hex figured out how to time... Oh my god. After Hex figured out how to time getting past that swinging axe, we explored the tower. It was so much taller and bigger on the inside. Like a pocket dimension. So freaking cool. Except the tower can't really fit in your pocket. Bet. Hex walked ahead. Guy was really distracted. He didn't even listen to my poem about the symbiotic relationship between axe and door. For a long time we didn't encounter anything. Just a long hallway. No doors, only a bunch of strange paintings. Of course, most hallways can't go on forever, so eventually we reached the staircase. After what we felt like 5.5 minutes. Eternity. Meanwhile, I was outside investigating the flora and fauna. Everything was very peculiar, like it was all from another world. The colors were different, very blue and almost spectral. and there were a lot of spider webs, or yarn, not sure which. Suddenly, the ground shook and almost knocked me off my feet. Who could have guessed there were pressure plates on those stairs? When I stood up on my toes to cut off a golden cord that would have made a great belt, I stepped on a pressure plate and triggered an explosion, and clunk, the whole staircase began crumbling down into a pit of nothingness, bit by bit, starting from the bottom. I rushed upwards to safety away from the weird wizard fist, but Hex stumbled backwards as the ground gave way beneath him. I grabbed his hand just before he fell, but I'm not as strong as I look. My muscles, along with the courage in my heart, were failing us. Suddenly, I felt a pull on my collar and someone dragged us up the stairs away from our certain doom. You know, I was thinking about what else might have been waiting up there. And going at it alone, I could have gotten lost. Thank you for saving us, Nico. No problem, boy. Don't get used to it. Didn't you expect a trap like that? After all, a great wizard would want to protect her treasure. I guess we were a little distracted by all the gold hanging from the walls. The staircase ended in a wondrous library that spiraled endlessly higher around the towers hidden inside walls. We lost Hex at the bottom, in the first row of books. A lot of them were drenched. Didn't seem like the tower was waterproof. There was still primordial water dripping from somewhere above. We couldn't make out the ceiling, tried to reach it though. The second story of the spiral staircase library had 3 paths leading away. Each path ended in a door, and all 3 doors were closed and marked, with runes or paintings or rusty old rocks. I called for Hex, and like 10 minutes went by without a response. So we started looking around. But there were just books, and spell scrolls. Don't forget about the scroll in the glass cabinet. That one looked fun. I knew Hex was looking for spells, so I called him again. As soon as I mentioned an oddly floating scroll, he came sprinting upwards, staring at the glass case. He already had another scroll tucked into his coat. Honestly, I was expecting him to be carrying half the library at this point. But I guess that would have been too heavy for him. Of course, the stupid glass case was also puzzled. Had no lock, no lid, no nothing, just glass in a gold frame. The scroll itself was glowing a promising blue. I suggested breaking the glass. Hex gave me his finest death glare. So he investigated the puzzle himself. While they were doing boring side quests, I made sure to stuff my pockets. Found a jewel silver paperweight shaped like a bird that'll make for a great blunt weapon. Hex was too scared we'd destroy the scroll by triggering another contraption, so he suggested we look around in the adjacent rooms. They're riddle doors. Riddle doors that Hex quickly figured out. Sure, a few books got burned, but it was nothing compared to what could have happened. I still don't get what he was talking about. Me neither. To be honest, we aren't the brains of the operation, so. Speaking for yourself, pretty boy. I think the puzzle had to do with some of the books in the library, and pulling on them in the right order or something to unlock the compartments that held the passwords to get into the rooms. And we had to do that for each door. It was so lame. It was kind of exciting seeing Hex hop up and down the stairs looking for the right books. First password was password. The second password was passwords to the password. Oh my god. The second password was passwords past the password. And the third one was passwords past the password. You wish. But no. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what Sir Lost at Wizard made us skim the whole library for. One of the rooms was an alchemy lab. Another was a study full of crazy inventions and books. And the third one was a gym. A gym? Yep. As soon as we had opened all the doors, the whole tower began to shake and rumble again. I believe now it's your turn to tell the story, Melly. Of course. Snooping through the garden, I found a weirdly shaped stone. It was glistening in the sunlight and caught my attention. I picked it up to investigate it further and sort of didn't see the rope attached to it. As if I had pulled out some hidden support beam, the whole tower began to rumble. Oh jeez. Carefully, I put the shiny stone back, but nothing changed, and the tower kept rumbling like it was awakening from a deep slumber. You made us think we screwed up the riddle. Technically, we can't prove a correlation. It could have very well screwed up. Doesn't matter who screwed what up. Mishaps make for better stories, I think. The whole tower started turning on its own axis, and the bricks were grinding against each other. Finally, something thrilling. It was as though all the traps were activated at the same time. Like a scalded cat, Hex rushed into the wizard's study to grab as many papers as he could. The bookshelves in the library leaned forward and unhinged from the walls as they crashed downwards into the abyss, revealing a dark void behind them. Nightmarish creatures started crawling out of the void. They looked like bats made of stone. They reminded me of my auntie's place. We tried to fight them off, but there were too many, even for me. The tower had turned into a living machine, trying its hardest to get rid of us. Had to retreat into the alchemy lab. Hex joined us last minute, pockets full of papers, that nerd. And he cast a fireball right at the monsters in front of us. Obviously, the library caught fire, and the ensuing shock wave sent us tumbling backwards. I knocked over a vial of shimmering red liquid that I had set aside to the taste test. With no windows in the room, we were trapped inside, while the fire closed in on us. I felt the heat licking my skin and singeing my hair, and then that red shimmering liquid that I knocked over caught fire as well. It started building up pressure in the room like an overloaded valve. It was only a matter of time until we'd explode into pieces. Hex screamed something to me about playing a note, the clearest one I'd ever played. I was confused, though he'd already succumbed to the fumes, but then Iniko reminded me, ethereal bamboo. So I took my hagium and put my fingers to the strings. With the physical pressure of an explosion combined with the mental pressure of having to do it right, he was darn nervous. Yep. Hex tried to keep the fire away from us, but it didn't react to any of his spells. It was straight up consuming them. So I took a page out of Voy Boy's book and started yelling encouraging words at him. You weren't too bad at it, ish. It still took me 3 tries to hit the right note and rip open a portal to the ethereal weave. Oh no! I accidentally exit. Okay, there we go. It was insane. Suddenly time stood still. Everything was frozen over by an odd spectral blue shimmer. Like the one on the plants. Just as we heard the sizzle of an impending explosion, we were pulled into the rift I had just created. Whoosh! And we were swirling in a sea of blue and whites. Time was going by very slowly, or not at all. We jumped off the tower, no walls could stop us anymore. Or so we thought, until one collapsed on top of us. Everything turned dark. We awoke on the north. Oh my god, please help me, I can't talk now. We awoke on the north side of the island. Smoke was rising into the sky. The tower was in shambles. Oh, it sure was. After I put the stone back, it all happened so fast. The tower coiled around itself and started ascending into the sky. When suddenly, 3 explosions rattled the building. Boom! The tower was obliterated into pieces, blue and white lights flying in the air. Somewhere in the distance, 3 silhouettes fell from the sky. I snuck up to them and saw Iniko, Hex, and Void lying in the sand. It was great to have a friendly face to be the first thing we saw. Should have been our clue to relax, but my man Hex was committed to finding anything he could in the ashes. Couldn't even say hello to me. And guess what he found? That crazy riddle glass case. Not one scratch on it. The scroll was still floating in there in perfect serenity. Hex took it, and he said he'd figure out how to open it once we were back on the mainland. Couldn't really rescue much else of value. Except this peculiar little trinket, though thought it'd fit at your tavern. Finally, a trinket. We haven't had trinkets in a while in Tavern. I honestly have absolutely no clue what it is. Looks like an ori to me. It's a snow globe, or a globe. What kind of berry? An orrery. They show different realms and how they're intertwined with each other. That's what it is. Preem. Some gears seem to be missing though. Also, I have no clue which realm it's supposed to represent. Well, it's yours now. Hope. Thanks. Other than that... The spell scroll in Hex's pocket made it out alive too. Lucky nerd. He was so disappointed, said he needed to take a breather. I continued investigating traces in the sand. A new set of footsteps had appeared. I thought perhaps the wizard had returned, but then I heard hushed voices. Someone was talking to Hex. Huh? Interesting. Did you travel as a group of 4 after all? I mean, 5? Nah. When I peeked around a tree, I just saw Hex sitting by the shore gazing far into the horizon. All by himself. Maybe it's just my imagination after all. When Hex finally graced us with his presence again, I was roasting marshmallows over the fire. They weren't the only thing that was fire, but you're making less sense to me. The marshmallows were delicious, but all the treasure was gone except for what we had in our pockets. Though, figuring out that my hate gem could do that was the biggest treasure of the day. Yeah, that was so cool. That does sound very cool. Out of curiosity, how did you manage to get back? Jade saved us. We tried to recruit her, but the party pooper didn't have time. But she decided to follow up after her other quest was done. Bummer there wasn't any loot to share, but hey, at least we had a ride back. I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get what you wanted. I mean, Nico and I had fun. I think Hex was disappointed. He'll be okay. He's smart. He'll figure out whatever spell he needed from the wizard himself. I'm sure he will. Though, do you think the Megocracy will be upset we destroyed that very valuable treasure house? Don't know. Don't care. What a story. I can't wait to share it with Archie. I'll be on my way now. Gotta check up on Hex and make sure he didn't accidentally take a book mimic home. You coming with, Nico? Sure thing. So long, Innkeep. Goodbye, Innkeeper. Don't miss me too much. I'll try not to. Oh, Melly. Now it's just you and me, Innkeeper. Indeed. I'm glad you're back. You're making it sound like I was lost or kidnapped. I was just investigating. Without telling anyone? I don't need to tell anyone where I'm going. People care about you, Melly. They get worried if they don't know where you are. Oh. I'm not used to that. But I care about people too, like you. That's good to hear. Oh, Melly. I'm really glad she's fine though. Oh, there we go, reunited, and it feels so good. Oh my god. Melly! Hi, Blade. Hi, Dave. Oh, that name is so outdated. You're back. I am. Did you miss me? Did I was just very worried. What? You called me Melly. Aw, what about it? You've never done that before. I'm sure I have. You even said you never call me Melly. I'm just glad you're back. Welcome back to my tavern, Dave. That's a cute one. Yeah, I got it on my latest quest. Dave, you made a good choice. I also went on a quest. Well, at first I wanted to find the moon swamps. You know, the mysterious magical swamp that is said to be magically hidden and only appears in foggy but starry nights. I'd heard there's somewhere in the moon swamp near the portal to the Twilight Chasm. And did you find anything? No, I did find some weird way markers made of bones that seemed to lead somewhere. They had "Do Not Touch" written on them, and the paint even seemed fresh, so it looked like the perfect clue. But then suddenly there were just gallons of water everywhere. Luckily, I got away quick, and since I was already there, as Fizzoa's best detective, it was my duty to discover the flood's origins. Well, at first I was more of a stowaway than a detective, and I also couldn't find out what. Don't storm off like that ever again, you understand? I was so worried and no one knew anything about your whereabouts. No. Oh jeez. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. It's just, I haven't cared about anyone in so long. And with you and Fable both suddenly gone, I didn't know what to do. Oh, he mentioned Fable. I thought you didn't care. After you went away, even though I asked you to be more careful, I thought maybe you didn't want to be my trusty assistant after all. So I went to investigate alone. I'm sorry for leaving. It's alright. I'm used to people leaving and not coming back. I do care, Melly. I'm just kinda new to this whole honesty thing. I'm kinda new to this whole empathy thing. Yeah, I figured. If you'd like, I could fix you a drink to help you find your words again. Don't know if I'm up for trading another secret in exchange. It's on me today. You've got enough to worry about. So let me see what I can do for you. Looks like we're gonna give him some spoken heart. Let me see here. There it is. Alright, like this. And finally, this. Enjoy your magical liquid, Eloquence. It doesn't taste half bad. This might actually help. So, your quest. Jade said you were stranded on Morlia? Yep, I followed 3 very suspicious looking fellows and somehow ended up on that island. Why do I always run into wizards and magic when I'm out on adventures? And traps. Magical traps everywhere. Sounds very dangerous. A detective's always seeking thrills. I'll make sure to be careful, I promise. It's not about that. I know you know how to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have solved the T-Rex case. But don't keep putting your own life at risk in exchange for a quick adventure. Jade told me the whole Wizard Tower burned down. Did you forget about what happened in Zofort? It wasn't me, I promise. I didn't do anything. All I'm saying is, don't disappear again. Please. You're not alone anymore. You don't have to do everything all by yourself. Like you're one to talk. I think you've got a point, Melly. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to him as well, Melly. You're both guilty. But you two have also made a lot of progress already. And I'm glad both of you made it back safely. Heard anything from Fable yet? No, not yet. What about Carolyn? She came back after the flood. Currently she's investigating some undead sightings in the Pale Woods. Do you know when she'll be back? No, but the two of you can wait here for her if you want. Yes, please. I want to stay until Carolyn gets back. Alright, I'll keep you company. How about I spice up your wait with another drink? I'll pass. Oh, but I'd like one, please. Of course. Do you want anything specific? The whole adventure was pretty exhausting. Maybe something to combat my mental tiredness? Nothing easier than that. Okay, so some bread. Yep, that's what I thought. Bread. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. What can I put for... Yeah, we're good with this one. I'm gonna put this. Add this. Actually, no. Sorry. I'm gonna add this. And finally, this. There we go. Let's see if this will wake you up again. Oh, thank you. This is delicious. I can feel my synapses connecting. You know, now that I've had some time to think about it, I think I figured out why Hex was so bummed about the loot. Care to share your insight with us? But of course. He has a younger sister, right? which always struck me as odd. She looks so much older than him. So what if she just ages faster than he does? And he expected to find some very special loot in that wizard tower, but he didn't find it. So what if he was looking for something to extend her life? Oh, like a scroll of immortality. Is that why he's been saying that he could find immortality? Oh my god. What a foolish idea. Hey, not you. Hex. Even if it's tempting, those are powers that no one should interfere with. I agree. What if she turns into a zombie? I've had enough of them. Definitely. We should tell him when we see him again. Or maybe we should tell Caroline when she returns. She seems to be experienced in dealing with the undead. You think it'll be a long time before she gets back? I don't know. Could be very soon, but it could also take a few more days. You've had a long day. Aren't you tired, Melly? No. I'm not tired. At all. Let's wait for a little bit longer. Maybe she'll show up and fable with her. Sounds good. Oh gosh. Did she fall asleep? Yeah. Maybe I should bring her home and wrap this up for tonight. That's a good idea. You should get some rest as well. I'll let you know if I hear anything about Caroline or Fable. Alright, there's not much for me to do otherwise, except care for Melly. She needs you. Yeah, I think you might be right. Good night, Dave. You know... forget about it. See ya. Oh, mash. God. Alright. Let me just stretch. I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Oh my god. Oh, okay. And I think this is where we leave off, and we're gonna be closing the Cozy Tavern. Let me just quickly save and exit. Alright. Okay, I'll see you guys in my office. Alright. Okay, and then... Nope, I'm trying to find my drink. Alright, there we go. Okay, okay, well, sorry about that. Okay, we have gone through quite a lot with this game. I think this week, Tavern Talk was a little bit heavy for everybody, especially after last week when the entirety of the place pretty much flooded. Everybody was reeling from that disaster of a tsunami. And everybody was just basically trying to get it together after that incident. But towards the end, we were able to get back on track. Melly was doing okay. Not only that, but we solved quite a few number of things. Minty got her book after so long. The last time we saw her was like literally weeks ago. She finally got her book. We also solved Baya and her friend's relationship, as well as their relationship last week at Tavern Talk. And we also, I think the best part of Tavern Talk today was that we were able to help Dave get that closure, and I think that has been bothering him since day one. We've met Dave. We're just gonna call him Dave now because that's his name. So ever since day one, Dave has always been feeling troubled because he felt like it was his fault that his parents died, and then after that he went through a life of like a bad path, basically, to cope with everything, and then finding out that his parents parents didn't die and was just living normally somewhere else was a huge blow, especially for a kid who had to raise himself and do some really slovenly effed up things growing up. In his mind, he thought, okay, so I did all these things thinking you died, but you just abandoned me, So it was heartbreaking for Dave to find that out, and I'm really, really glad that we chose not to use violence first and just talk it out. There were, as I always say, people do things that sometimes make sense, sometimes don't make sense. And I think before violence is something you go to help you, I think the best option is to talk it out and figure out what exactly happened. Kind of like the same situation with Dave and his parents, and Jade being there to help him out, being there to help them out actually as well. And he finally got a chance to talk to his parents after so long and just finding out why you did it, and the thing is that he didn't have to forgive them. He can still harbor the anger, the resentment, because being abandoned by your parents takes years or longer to heal, right? So but at the same time, it's kind of like moving towards healing, in my opinion, for Dave. And I'm hoping that now that he has that relationship back with his parents, slowly, he doesn't know yet if he's gonna, get closer or whatever, but he does want that family. So he's getting there, he's trying it out. He's gonna see what works. And I'm really glad that he got that chance to be able to talk to them, to figure out what's going on, why you left. And even his parents felt really bad for that. And they owned up to it, and they apologized, and they did want him in their life. So it's definitely a step forward to healing. And I think that's the most important thing, not just for his parents, but for Dave as well. Especially since he lost quite a lot of his childhood being with his parents. So hopefully, as time goes on, the next time we see Dave, he will have a much better relationship with his parents. And that's really the only thing I hope for him. Fable. I'm worried. The last time we spoke with her, she was very angry. And I think it was out of worry. Right? It was basically out of worry, and I don't blame her for lashing out, right? So wherever she is, I hope she's safe. We don't really know what's gonna happen to her because she did go into that quest by herself, thinking that she could find Melly, but she's still not there. She hasn't come back, and I'm hoping that she's okay. Worst comes to worst, maybe Dave and Melly might have to go and get her. So yeah, we did see quite a few of our regular customers at Cozy Tavern today. Voy came to check up Hex. Eniko came in. We saw Scully for briefly. We also saw Carolyn. Minthy. Minthy was a surprise. We haven't seen her for weeks. And Jade came by as well. Yeah, and obviously, such as Fable and Melly came back, and finally Dave also came in. So there's a lot, and also sorry I forgot. Baya also came in for a little bit, but other than that, we have not seen Tia and them for a while. Hopefully she's doing okay. I believe she went somewhere to investigate like temples. I remember, and who else did we not see? We also see Una. Actually, Una came by, and Archie as well. I'm glad Archie is doing better. It's not easy watching your friend die. It's not. And it's going to take time for him to heal, but I believe that over time, he will find that peace for him and be able to, handle Theo's death. Well, I mean, he's keeping himself busy as well. He's writing down Una's biography. I feel like Una's kind of scared that she's gonna die. I mean, she is an old gal, right? So maybe after the flooding happened, she maybe thought, oh my god, like, I gotta leave something behind in case something happens. I feel like that's her train of thought, though. What else did I want to mention? I'm trying to think what else I forgot to mention, but I don't think there is. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to mention. Yes, I also wanted to mention that was really touching, that Hex's mission. I never expected it. I thought he always mentioned immortality. Like, he has such an obsession with immortality, and like, I always assumed that the reason he has such an obsession with immortality is because he's a wizard. Wizard want knowledge. They want more knowledge than what they can have, and I assumed he wanted immortality because he wanted to experience it. But I never, like, Melly was actually spitting facts, because I never thought of it that way before, where it's true. Like, his sister, that's his younger sister, not his older sister. So she's aging quickly. So maybe to him, getting that immortality might make her live longer. So that is something that he's striving for, to save his sister. And I honestly hope, like, there is something as immortality out there, because it would be just really sad for Hex to lose his younger sister long before he ends up, falling over, right? And I don't think any sibling, older sibling, would want to watch their younger sibling go before them in any setting, So I really hope that Hex does find the cure for his sister. That was a very interesting reveal. I didn't expect that, but that was very shocking for me, in my opinion. But other than that, though, I had fun playing Tavern Talk. I also had fun opening Cozy Tavern for a little bit. Again, I apologize. I was supposed to open Cozy Tavern at 10 a.m., but you know me, I'm not an early riser. It's very hard for me to it's very hard for me to wake up early. So that's the reason why I switched my Cozy Tavern to 2 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. But we are gonna be playing The Sandman, and that is the second part of the Strange Man series at 7 p.m. later on at EST. So that's gonna be exciting, because we finished off The Crooked Man last week, finally. And I'm very curious, because I know that each part of the Strange Man series is gonna be focusing on a new character, but because it is like a series together, right? So I'm very curious if people like Dave and Paul, like our previous main character and previous characters that we saw from The Crooked Man, will show up. So I don't know much about the Sandman. Never heard of the story before. Just like The Crooked Man, I didn't know about the Crooked Man story until I actually started playing the Crooked Man game. But we'll see what the Sandman game is about. That's gonna be at 7 p.m. later on, in literally 2-3 hours from now. EST time zone. Again, if you want to know what time zone that is in your local time zone, you can always check it out on my Twitch schedule. I believe Twitch always makes sure that you guys see it in your local time zone. More convenient. What else? Also, for future reference, if you guys ever decide to join up chat in any of my streams, I have decided to add little commands for you guys to try out. Just 3 for now. Nothing too hectic. Just something simple. I decided to put like a link for the Discord, and if you guys prefer to lurk during stream, you can also mention that on chat, and then you'll have a little bit of a lurk notification. And then finally, if you just want to be sweet and kind and just, you know, hug a fellow storyteller, or hug me, or whatever you want to do. If, let's say, that storyteller or me is having a bad day, you can also have the option to hug that person on chat. So just a little something to keep chat fun for you guys. Eventually later on though, I'm gonna add more stuff in there, but for now that's it for now. Also, we are getting there, and I really appreciate everybody who's been taking the time to come by, have a little chat, but also follow. I wanted to also thank Lone Tiger for following me earlier. I was not on stream, but I just wanted to take the time to thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. What else? If you haven't already, make sure to check my socials on my bio. You can pretty much see all my socials in any of my social media platform. It could be on my X account, TikTok, my Twitch bio, or my YouTube bio. So you can pretty much find that anywhere. As for the Discord link, you can only get the link sent to you through chat. So keep that in mind. If you want access to the Cozy Cafe, make sure to try out the Discord command prompt on chat so you guys have access to the link of the Cozy Cafe. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to mention, and I hope you guys enjoyed stream. As for anybody who's going to be watching the VOD later, make sure to like, comment, turn on the notification, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. That helps out my YouTube channel as well as me get to we're trying to reach a lot more followers. I want to build up my YouTube channel as well, so any follow and subscribe and just like and comment on any of the videos really helps out a lot. You can definitely comment down there on any video and just let me know if there's something you like, something you want me to change, anything. So yeah, so like feel free to engage yourself with any of the videos. It definitely helps out a lot. And subscribe and turn on the notifications. And finally, for Twitch, if you haven't already, make sure to check out my suggestion box under my panels on the about section of my channel. That suggestion box is for any games you want me to try out, and I will be streaming them live for you guys, and I will be putting it on schedule, whether that's next week or the following weeks after, depending on when I'm able to do it. But if you guys want me to do any specific games, you guys are recommending me games, whatever the case might be, feel free to suggest it on the suggestion box underneath all my panels, and I always look at it. I always keep track of it, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, and if people are wondering as well, if you guys want to know when my next stream will be, you can also check it out on my panels. I do have 3 panels there, which is 1, the suggestion box, 2, the second panel is where all the followers are, basically, like you'll see the most recent followers there. And finally, there is a panel for the next stream, so it'll notify you and let you know when the next stream will be happening. So just a cool little reminder for you guys. Anyway, I've talked enough, so I will let you go. I gotta eat and get ready and do all these things before my next stream in like literally 2-3 hours from now. And I also have to edit and upload the video right before next stream. So I will see you guys in a bit for the new series of The Sandman. I can't wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you're not gonna come later on in the stream, I will see you guys in the next stream. I hope you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Make sure to keep yourself warm. Make sure to make yourself warm. Keep yourself cold wherever you guys are in the world. And finally, moral of this stream. I'm trying to think of what to say based off of the game that we just played. Don't resort to violence. If you are having issues, whether that be family members or friends or significant other or just anybody, never resort to violence first. Always talk things out, right? Always talk things out. Never resort to violence, because sometimes just a few words helps, honestly. So before resorting to violence, before becoming defensive, before the aggression, always talk it out. Don't resort to the worst case scenario. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's my advice for today for this game. I will see you guys in the next stream. I love you all. Laters. Bye.